Hey guys, welcome to Watch with Poppy, and today we're going to be talking about this week's episode of Once Upon a Time. So if you watch my channel regularly, you know that I've kind of been ready for the whole Frozen storyline to end. And this week it finally kind of did, so I was really excited. I thought it was a really good episode. I found myself laughing quite a lot, and there were even some tears, you guys. I even choked up a little bit. So let's talk about Ingrid. Let us talk about the Snow Queen, who's been kind of our villain this season so far. We've seen her backstory. We get why she's so bitter and angry, and why she's kind of searching for these replacements for her sisters. I feel like this episode humanized her a lot more for me and made me really kind of relate more to her, and really kind of just made me empathize more with her character. I think the thing that did it for me was the flashbacks of her and Emma when Emma was there living in her foster home. I just felt like those flashbacks in particular were so raw and honest, and you just saw this desperation inside of Ingrid to be loved. And some of those moments were really touching, and you got that obviously at that age Emma was looking for the same thing as well. But then, Ingrid got a little crazy because that's what Ingrid does, and Emma ends up running away. I think though, seeing that flashback, later on when we get to the end of the episode, I seriously got really choked up at the very end, you guys, when everything kind of gets resolved. So obviously we know that, the spell of Shattered Sight has come to Storybrooke, so everyone's trying to kill each other, and that was hilarious in itself. Probably my favorite bits of that was Regina and Mary Margaret, you guys. The two of them were hilarious. Mary Margaret was the best, man. Just some of her back and forth with David and Regina, it was just so funny. And there's a part of me that wishes that we could kind of keep some of that sassy Mary Margaret all the time. The best bit of the entire episode, and it's so funny when I think about it now, it still makes me laugh, was the part when the spell breaks and they flash back to the jail and Mary Margaret and Regina are fighting, right? That whole scene was so great, the two of them having this epic sword battle. The spell breaks though, and the two of them stop and look at each other, and Regina's like, what am I wearing? And then the three of them just start laughing, and it was just so funny. And yeah, I just thought that scene was kind of hilarious, seeing the three of them just kind of laugh at Regina and her divalicious evil queen outfits. But back to the evil Snow Queen, right? So the spell comes, and she pretty much, because of the sister ribbons that they have on their wrists, it turns out that Emma and Elsa can't actually hurt the Snow Queen at all. Emma comes up with a great idea to kind of use Regina's magic to counter that, which I thought was really smart. In the end, it's actually Anna who saves the day, because she finds the letter in a bottle. Finally, somebody finds the letter that Anna and Elsa's mom wrote when they were on the ship getting ready to die. And in true fairy tale fashion, in the 11th hour, she comes rushing into the Snow Queen's cave to say, hey, look, I got this letter from my mom. And she reads the letter, and it's basically the mom admitting that she was wrong, telling the girls she loves them. But she also, in the letter, she puts in this crystal that has all of the memories of her sisters. She also tells them where they can find Ingrid, and tells them they should go let her out and tell her sister that she loves her and all this other gushy mushy stuff. And we pretty much get that is what Ingrid wants. She wants the love of her sisters. And so when she finally gets that back and the memories back, it really kind of clears the fog for her. I felt like she had the most heartbreaking look on her face too when she realized what she'd done, and then she decides that she's gonna make it better. Turns out the only way to stop the curse is to actually kill Ingrid, but Ingrid actually ends up kind of sacrificing herself, and that whole bit was when I started crying. I'm gonna go ahead and admit that. I got a little teary-eyed during that scene where you get that she is so happy that she got her sister's love back. She also ends up giving Emma and Elsa their memories back, so that was kind of cool. And then yeah, she just kind of sucks all the shattered glass into herself and then kind of disappears. And then by doing that, she of course reverses the spell. Let's talk about Mr. Gold for a hot second. We pretty much get that he sends Hook to get Henry, because he's got Belle and he's gonna take Henry, and he's leaving town basically once he's done with his little spell. Now, seeing as how that means that Hook has to die for that spell to be completed, I surely am hoping that something's gonna happen next week that's gonna stop that, because Hook better not die or I'm gonna be really mad. I'm guessing next week we're gonna be introduced to some more villains, which we saw a few of those in the previews. And next week, of course, is finally the winter finale. And so I'm sure they're gonna go out with a bang. It was a good episode, and I felt like a really good ending to the whole kind of Frozen / Snow Queen storyline. Okay, you guys, that is it for me today. I will talk to you again very soon. Bye-bye.